Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to Lion's Den. My name is Casey. In today's video, I'm just going to cover the overall crypto market for you real quick, explain the dip that we're taking, and answer the big question that's on everybody's mind, which is is this bull market over? Okay, we're going to go into that, but first I want to just show you the market here real quick. Obviously, you can see everything's in red. We do have a couple projects in the green. Mana up 14% for the day. You got Sandbox up 18.4% for the day, and then Algorand at 11.5 for the day. Two of those, though, guys, are metaverse projects. So if you're not looking at metaverse projects going into the future, I highly advise taking a look at them at least, because that is a huge trend moving us forward in the blockchain space. Okay, and obviously you can see out of everything in the red here, the two out of the three are metaverse projects. Okay, so they're getting some good traction and good returns right now. But let's go over here to Bitcoin real quick, because I want to show you the charts. I've got a 4 hour up right now on Bitcoin, and you can see we had a descending triangle here. Okay, whenever you see these descending or ascending triangles, you always want to go with the trend. Okay, so in this case, the trend was down, and you can see the price followed the trend, which is down. So we broke support on this descending triangle, and we fell lower. Now, if we go over here to the daily chart, you can see real quick, if I zoom out, we've got major support areas all across the board here in these two red lines. Now, they were acting as resistance at one point in time. You can see we kept getting rejected, right? So we got rejected back here. We kind of broke through it, but we've come back down. And we broke through again, came back down, and then got rejected over here. Okay, so that was acting as major resistance back here in the April and May timeframes. But now you can see we broke through it again, and this time we flipped the resistance into support. That's all we did. So the price is going up, guys. We came up, we hit an all-time high here at about 69,000, and then we came back down, and all we're doing is retesting that old resistance as a new line of support. Okay, but it's a major line of support for Bitcoin. So quite frankly, all I'm looking for here, if we break out the price range, you can see we've already come down about 18%. Okay, now normally Bitcoin will make corrections to the tunes of like 25%, somewhere around in there. Occasionally you'll get your big 30% drops like what we experienced back over here, or more. But in this case, I'm thinking we're only going to get about a 20 to 23% drop. So we could come down here and test this 55,600 mark. It wouldn't surprise me if we do that. But keep this in mind, guys. When the prices drop like that, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could take this thing down if you were extremely bearish, which I'm not. But if you were, you could take it down here to where we got rejected, right in here, and that would give you kind of an area of support right there at 52,819. And even if we came that low, you got to look. We've got a higher low right here, and where we fall in here, we're still going to get a higher low. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is the trend overall, guys, for Bitcoin is up. Okay. Ethereum, kind of looking at something similar. You see, you got your trend is up. We've got a higher low. We've came back down. We've got major line of support right here, right, coming in right there at about 3,980 bucks. As you can see, the price right now, we're testing that support level. If we break through it, I would expect that Ethereum could come back down to about $3,324. But still, you're in a new higher low. So the trend is still up. Okay. Now, keep this in mind too. Going into tomorrow, guys, we've got the options expiry. And there's a lot of rumors out there about short squeezes taking place on the markets tomorrow for the options expiry. Now, what is a short squeeze? A short squeeze basically is an unusual condition that triggers rapidly rising prices. Okay, I'll say it again. It's an unusual condition that triggers rapidly rising prices in a stock or other tradable security. For short squeeze to occur, which is what they're talking about as a short squeeze, the security must have an unusual degree of short sellers holding positions in it. The short squeeze begins when the price jumps higher unexpectedly. The condition plays out as significant measure of the short sellers coincidentally decide to cut losses and exit their positions. Okay, so a key takeaway here, what they're telling you is a short squeeze accelerates a stock's price rise. Okay, so it's going to accelerate the price to go up as short sellers bail out to cut their losses. And then what they'll do a lot of times is they'll jump back in and buy at lower prices to jack the price back up. So anytime you hear somebody talk about a short squeeze, it can potentially turn out to be very, very bullish for prices. So just because they're talking about the prices going down, and you got all these short positions that are trying to sell, and you might have people out there who are manipulating the price, try to push the price down even further, so that they actually come out in a profit on their short positions. That may not be the case, you know, because with options you've got dates, expiration dates on the prices where they think Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to go, and if they don't hit that, well, they're going to get squeezed out, right? Just like they're saying here. Then they buy back in at lower prices, and now you got all these buyers coming in, which overtake the bears, and the price goes up. So I just wanted to point that out to you because you're gonna hear about that, especially on Fridays, because Fridays is when all the expirations hit the market on options, and you'll hear terms like short squeeze. So I just want to explain what the short squeeze is for you. But with that said, guys, that's really all I have for tonight's video. I just wanted to cover Bitcoin and Ethereum there because, again, those are the main two dominant tokens that control the rest of this market. So regardless of what you're invested in right now, you want to be watching Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay? And I honestly would expect next week, going into next week, we should see much, much higher prices, okay? But I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't predict the future. All I can tell you is just looking at the prices, we're still bullish. The trend is up, and I'm expecting going into December, because we're approaching the end of this bull run, that prices go up higher. Now they may not go parabolic right away. I'm still waiting for the parabolic moves, and that brings me to the very last point here, which is if you watch guys like what's his name, Raoul Paul. Okay, he's a hedge fund owner. He'll get out there and talk, and he's talking right now about the market being extended. Okay, so you're starting to hear stuff like that too. So I honestly, if we don't start moving parabolic by like next week going into December, there is a potential that we're going to get an extended rally that could lead us into, say, like the later month of January and even into February. So just be patient, guys. I know a lot of people are getting anxious right now, including myself, but you just got to be patient. And a lot of times when people are always expecting markets to do one thing, you got to understand the market doesn't care, okay? It's going to do what it wants to do. So a lot of times what will happen when people think that the prices are going to do a specific thing, or the entire market's going to do something in the direction of their favor, a lot of times it'll do the exact opposite. So just keep that in mind as we move forward, okay? But with that said, again, these markets are volatile. They go up and down, and you just you gotta have diamond hands and stay tuned and keep watching your investments. Don't try to watch them every day though, because if you watch them every day, it will drive you up. It will drive you up a wall. Okay, your equilibrium will split in half, and you'll just tip right over. So don't try to do that if you can avoid it. But check in on it, maybe once a week, and just see how things are going. Okay, but if you guys like the content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and with that said, fear nothing, my friends. Till next time, Lions Den out.